Ladies and gentlemen, today, we're diving into the story of top 3 of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark. This legendary coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a powerful reminder of a historic celebration, a tribute to American freedom, and a collector's dream that's capturing attention like never before. Its design, its meaning, and its growing value make it one of the most desirable half dollars from the 20th century. In 1976, America celebrated its 200th birthday, 2 centuries of independence, struggle, triumph, and evolution. To honor this momentous occasion, the U.S. Mint did something extraordinary. They released special bicentennial editions of 3 circulating coins: the quarter, the half dollar, and the dollar. These coins carried dual dates, 1776 to 1976, symbolizing the past and the present, a tribute to the birth of a nation and its continued journey. The Kennedy half dollar, originally introduced in 1964 after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, was chosen once again to be part of this national celebration. But the 1776 to 1976 version was unlike any other before it. With a brand new reverse design created by Seth G. Huntington, it showcased Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the very place where the Declaration of Independence was debated and adopted. Beneath the majestic image, the words, 200 Years of Freedom, stand proudly, marking a coin that screams patriotism, pride, and purpose. Now, let's talk about the special version, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar with no mint mark. That means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, at that time, didn't put mint marks on coins. Unlike some other variations that were minted in San Francisco or Denver, these Philadelphia-struck coins have a unique appeal for collectors. The lack of a mint mark adds to its mystery and demand, especially when found in exceptional condition. But what makes this coin truly valuable isn't just its historical background, it's the condition, rarity, and demand that are now fueling its rise in the numismatic market. Most people don't realize it, but thousands of these coins have been lost, worn down in circulation, or ignored in drawers for decades. Finding a pristine, uncirculated version of the no-mint mark bicentennial half dollar is like discovering a forgotten treasure. Some of these coins have sold at auctions for jaw-dropping prices, especially when graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade example, especially one that has never been touched by bare hands and retains its original luster, can fetch up to $3,000 or more. That's right, just one half dollar, less than the size of your palm, could be worth thousands if it's in the right condition and in the right hands. And it's not just about money. This coin carries deep emotional and historical value. It speaks of a time when the entire country came together in celebration, when parades filled the streets, fireworks lit up the skies, and patriotism surged through every corner of America. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of that energy, a moment frozen in time, a symbol of unity and pride. Collectors all over the world are now seeking out these bicentennial half dollars with fresh urgency. As more and more people enter the coin collecting hobby, driven by nostalgia and the desire to preserve history, the demand for these coins is skyrocketing. And the no-mint mark version is right at the center of that wave. So, if you come across a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark, don't let it slip away. This isn't just a coin, it's a national artifact, a valuable relic, a potential gold mine waiting to be discovered in your pocket change or tucked away in your family's coin jar. Have it checked, preserve it well, and consider getting it graded by a reputable company. Even circulated examples are being bought up by collectors for premiums above face value, especially when they're part of a complete bicentennial collection. But the real excitement lies in those pristine, untouched pieces, the MS-66, MS-67, and even higher-grade coins that can earn you serious money. And here's the best part, it's never too late to start collecting or investing in coins. Every great collection begins with a single discovery, and the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar is the perfect gateway into the world of numismatics. It's rich in meaning, full of history, and brimming with potential value. Imagine showing your children or grandchildren this $50 and telling them the story, not just of the coin itself, but of the country it represents. Imagine watching its value grow over the years, becoming a piece of your own legacy, passed down through generations. So don't wait. Check your old coins, visit your local coin shops, ask your relatives, and keep your eyes open. That little piece of silver you overlooked yesterday might just be the rare, valuable treasure the world is hunting for today. Next up, the 1988 Kennedy $50 with the P mint mark. This coin, minted in Philadelphia, may look ordinary at first glance, but within its smooth silver-like surface lies a powerful story, a rich legacy, and a surprising potential for future value. What most people overlook as just pocket change is becoming a secret treasure in the world of coin collectors. The 1988 Kennedy $50 was struck during a time when these coins were no longer made of silver, but instead composed of a copper-nickel clad. Though it might not carry the silver content of earlier $50, the 1988 P mint mark version has something far more intriguing. It represents a key transitional period in modern American coinage. The demand for $50 in everyday transactions had decreased, which means fewer of them were seen in circulation. That scarcity alone is what sets this coin apart. With the Philadelphia Mint striking these coins, the P mint mark holds a certain weight in the world of numismatics. Unlike the bicentennial issues or the earlier silver Kennedy halves, the 1988 P represents a new chapter, a coin from an era when people had stopped paying attention to $50, which in turn led to them becoming harder to find in uncirculated condition. And as collectors know, scarcity plus condition equals value. This coin honors President John F. Kennedy, a figure whose legacy still echoes deeply in the American heart. From its inception in 1964, the Kennedy $50 has always been a tribute to one of the most iconic leaders of the 20th century. The 1988 version continues that legacy, a quiet yet strong reminder of the man who inspired a nation. When you hold this coin, you're not just holding currency, you're holding a memorial in metal. Now let's get into why this particular coin is so important today. While millions were minted, not all of them survived in pristine condition. Coins from the late 1980s are notorious for being mishandled, worn down, or simply ignored. But collectors are now turning their eyes to this era, and prices are climbing for high-grade, untouched examples. In fact, a perfectly preserved 1988 P Kennedy $50, professionally graded at MS-67 or higher, has fetched values of up to $1,200 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, over $1,000 for a coin that once passed through hands like any other piece of change. The reason? Quality and rarity. A coin like this, with perfect luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear, is like finding a gem in a field of stones. And as more collectors hunt for these hidden gems, the value will only go up. But the future is where things get even more exciting. The 1988 P Kennedy $50 is currently underappreciated by the broader public. That's a good thing for those who act now. As coin collecting continues to grow, especially among younger generations discovering the hobby, the demand for coins from the overlooked late 20th century is going to explode. And when that happens, coins like the 1988 P will be at the center of that boom. Imagine holding onto one of these now, keeping it safe, watching as the years pass and the value steadily climbs. It's not just a coin, it's an investment, a piece of American history, and a collectible that tells a story. You're not just collecting metal. You're collecting memories, history, and wealth. Even circulated examples in excellent condition are gaining attention from serious collectors. And if you're lucky enough to have a 1988 P Kennedy $50 that's been well preserved, you could be sitting on a potential goldmine in the coming years. And remember, grading can make a world of difference. Sending your coin to be evaluated by PCGS or NGC can unlock its full market value. Collectors know that coin values don't rise overnight. But coins like the 1988 P are already climbing, quietly but steadily. With more people waking up to its importance, the price ceiling is only going higher. Experts believe that over the next decade, a high-grade example could push well beyond the $1,500 mark, possibly even more, especially as availability declines. This is your chance to be ahead of the trend. Don't wait for the world to catch up, secure your coin now, whether from your collection, a family heirloom, or even a lucky find at a flea market. Protect it, preserve it, and watch as its story grows in value and meaning. The beauty of collecting is that it combines passion with potential profit. It's more than a hobby, it's a journey. And the 1988 P. Kennedy half dollar is a fantastic companion on that path. Every coin tells a story, and this one whispers of a time when history was shifting and the world was changing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment to take a second look at that simple half dollar. Because what appears ordinary today may soon be a highly prized treasure tomorrow. And those who see its value now will be the ones who celebrate its rise in the future. Next up, the 1989 Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark. This powerful piece of numismatic history is quickly gaining popularity in the collecting world, and its growing value makes it one of the most exciting coins to keep your eye on. Whether you're a longtime collector or just discovering your passion for old coins, this one deserves your full attention. The 1989 Kennedy half dollar was minted in Philadelphia, which is why you'll find that small yet meaningful P mint mark on the coin. It was struck during a decade that saw a major shift in coin circulation and collecting habits. Although it doesn't contain silver like the early Kennedy halves, this coin marks a moment in time when the half dollar was quietly vanishing from everyday use. That alone adds a layer of scarcity, because fewer people were saving these coins back then. This half dollar wasn't just made for spending, it was crafted as a continuation of the nation's tribute to John F. Kennedy. Since 1964, his portrait has graced the coin's obverse, symbolizing the hope, youth, and strength that Kennedy inspired in America. By 1989, that tradition remained strong, and this particular coin carries not just the image of a president, but the energy of an era that shaped American values and politics. One of the biggest reasons the 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar is rising in demand is that very few people took the time to preserve these coins in mint condition. Most were circulated, used, and forgotten. But now, coin collectors are on a mission to find high-grade versions, those untouched by time and wear, because they're becoming extremely difficult to locate. A coin in perfect condition with sharp details and brilliant luster can command an impressive price. In today's market, the 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar in average circulated condition may trade for a modest sum, but the real treasure lies in high-grade examples. Coins graded at MS-66 or higher can fetch hundreds of dollars. And believe it or not, rare specimens graded MS-67 have crossed the $1,500 mark in auction settings. That's right, just one perfect coin could earn you a four-figure reward. People are paying attention. More and more collectors are entering the market looking for that perfect 1989 P. The demand is rising not only in the United States but internationally, as foreign collectors seek iconic American coins that tell a story. And what better story than a coin that honors a beloved president and captures a moment of quiet transition in American currency? When the 1989 Kennedy half dollar was minted, the world was witnessing major changes. The Cold War was nearing its end, technology was advancing, and American culture was evolving rapidly. This coin represents a stable symbol in a rapidly changing world. It stands as a reminder of unity, leadership, and resilience. Holding this coin connects you directly to that energy. And the numbers don't lie. Coin dealers and collectors are reporting increased inquiries for Kennedy half dollars from the 1980s, particularly the 1989 P. Online marketplaces, coin shows, and auctions have seen growing activity surrounding this coin, especially for uncirculated or professionally graded examples. That means more people are looking to buy than ever before, and supply is shrinking. Many collectors now believe that the 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar is poised for a future spike in value. As high-grade examples become harder to find, prices could surge. Experts estimate that in the coming years, rare uncirculated examples may reach values of $2,000 or more, especially as demand grows and availability declines. It's a prime time to add this coin to your collection or investment portfolio. This is the kind of coin that rewards those who act early. Waiting could mean missing out on one of the next major success stories in modern numismatics. If you're lucky enough to find a pristine 1989 P half-dollar, hold on to it, protect it, and consider having it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. That little step could multiply your return in the future. Imagine showing your family or friends a coin from 1989 and explaining how much it's worth, not just in dollars, but in historical and cultural value. You could be holding a piece of the past that is growing in worth with every passing year. It's more than money, it's memory, pride, and the thrill of discovery. Collectors are not only buying these coins, they're competing for them. The rarest and most flawless examples get scooped up quickly and often disappear into private collections for decades. That's why every 1989 P. Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition becomes a hot item the moment it hits the market. So don't overlook this hidden treasure. Search your drawers, your family's old coin jars, or your favorite coin shops. The 1989 P. Kennedy half-dollar may be waiting for you to discover it. And when you do, you'll be holding a coin that continues to grow in fame, value, and significance with every passing year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your chance to own a piece of living history. A coin that's not just old, but valuable, meaningful, and on the rise. The 1989 P. Kennedy half-dollar is calling. Will you answer?